All right, let me ask you something. Have you ever sat there dreaming about moving to the United States? Picturing yourself living the ultimate American dream? You know, a fancy car, a big house with a white picket fence, and endless opportunities?
It was the happiest moment of my life.
Or maybe you already live here, and instead of that dream, you're feeling like you're trapped in a never-ending hamster wheel. Bills, stress, and just trying to keep your head above water. Does that sound familiar? If you're nodding along right now, trust me, you're not alone.
This is the worst day of my life.
Let's start with the myth we've all been told. America is a place where hard work guarantees success. You grind, you hustle, and boom, next thing you know, you're living in a penthouse apartment and sipping champagne on your private balcony. Sounds nice, right? Let's talk about the reality. For the majority of people, it's not a dream. It's just a constant grind to survive.
Who's FICA? Why is he getting all my money?
Take rent, for example. If you're living in big cities like New York or LA, your paycheck practically evaporates before it even hits your bank account. You'll spend thousands of dollars a month on a cramped one-bedroom apartment that you barely have time to enjoy because, guess what? You're working multiple jobs just to afford it. And don't even get me started on mortgages, medical bills, car payments, and student loans. It's like waking up every morning and realizing you're the main character in a financial horror movie.
I'm just not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
And here's the best part. If you're lucky, you might have just enough money left over for ramen noodles and a Netflix subscription. Congrats, you've made it.
Looks like we're going home with some money, boys.
Seriously, for a lot of people, working hard doesn't automatically mean you'll be successful. It just means you'll be tired. The American dream sounds great in theory, but the reality often looks more like 60-hour work weeks, unpaid overtime, and trying to convince yourself that caramel macchiato counts as self-care.
You're so wise.
Here's the part no one talks about. All this pressure comes with a cost. Mental health, neglected. Work-life balance, what is that? And thanks to social media, we're constantly comparing ourselves to people who seem to have it all together. You know the drill. You scroll through Instagram and you see influencers living in gorgeous apartments, taking luxury vacations, and eating brunch at some fancy rooftop cafe. And you're sitting there like, how are they affording this? Am I doing something wrong? Spoiler alert. Half the time, those people are just as stressed as you are. They're just better at hiding it. But here's the thing. Social media only shows the highlight reel. What they don't show you are the 14-hour workdays, the burnout, and the constant anxiety about keeping up with this unrealistic image. Honestly, living here sometimes feels like being stuck in a reality TV show where everyone's competing, but no one's actually winning.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
On top of that, there's this insane pressure to make it by the time you're 30. If you're not wildly successful by then, people act like you've failed at life. It's exhausting. And can we talk about healthcare for a second? Don't get sick because one hospital visit could wipe out your life savings. No exaggeration. Breaking your arm in America can cost you as much as a luxury vacation. And yeah, I wish I was joking.
I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger.
All right, I know this all sounds like gloom and doom, but here's the good news. There are ways to thrive in the U.S. if you're willing to think outside the box.
You gotta say yes to life.
First, redefine what success looks like for you. Forget what society says. Success doesn't have to mean a six-figure job or a mansion in Beverly Hills. It could mean working remotely so you can travel, or focusing on experiences instead of material things. In fact, some of the happiest people I know live simple lives, far away from all the hustle and chaos. Second, take care of your mental health. I know it sounds cliche, but you can't pour from an empty cup. Take breaks, get therapy, meditate, scream into a pillow if you have to. I won't judge.
The less I know about other people's affairs, the happier I am. I'm not interested in caring about people. I once worked with a guy for 3 years and never learned his name. Best friend I ever had.
Finally, think about alternatives. A lot of Americans are ditching big cities and moving to smaller, more affordable towns. Some are even moving abroad to countries with a lower cost of living and a better quality of life. And you know what? They're thriving. Me? I currently live in a small town with a low cost of living. My town doesn't even have a single traffic light. So is life in America perfect? Not even close. But does that mean you're doomed? Absolutely not. The trick is to figure out what works for you. Forget the noise, forget the pressure, and start chasing your own version of success.
Well, life is like a box of chocolates.
Mom, no.
And hey, if this video resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend. Subscribe to Building Success and let me know in the comments, what's your biggest frustration about life in the US? Let's keep it real and maybe even laugh about it together.